glad it's over. Normally, I try not to let y'all see my nasty side, but it has been a heck of a week. And I have tried to film this video several times. I look at it and I think, you grumpy, stupid woman. And so, I don't know, I'm trying again. So you're seeing it in bits and pieces. Hey, it's me, Margaret. I'm telling you, crazy week. First, I got stung by a bee on my eye, and that was real pretty. Then I go to the doctor to get some test results back, and my cortisol is all out of whack, which can mean that if not handled properly, it's precursor to diabetes and a slew of other things. So I've had to change my diet and have to eat a whole lot more protein, and I do not get excited about meat. I like meat, I do eat meat, but it's just not my favorite. I'm a carbs kind of girl. So that's not fun. And then she gives me some medicine and I ended up having a rash and a breakout in this rash. So I'm glad this week is over. And right now I'm grumpy on this Tuesday morning when I'm late with my cast off video because I was supposed to ride this morning horses, and another minor medical problem not related to the other things that I've had has kept me from my horses, and nobody or nothing needs to keep me from my horses. So I am going to start with the worst and end better, so you'll remember me in my more pleasant state. Okay, this past week I got out this book that Rebecca had sent me with my giveaway prizes, and you know, I love hats, and of course I adore children, so I got all excited. Flipping through here, wanted something easy to do, and I chose this elf hat, which I can't find. Here. Seemed simple enough, right? Well, I had this variegated yarn, and you know, I have this love-hate relationship with variegated yarn. There's two kinds, and I have done a video talking about how to choose the right project for the type of variegated yarn that you're using. You have the long and gradual color changes, and then you have the one that quick, short color changes, and that's what this Red Heart Primary was. Now, I know that I do not care for the short kind done in a whole project because in my estimation it looks very chunky, very choppy, and almost kind of cluttered looking. But I see other people use it in different projects and I think, oh, well, maybe I'm wrong, blah, 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 blah. And I keep trying again. And every time I attempt a project like this, I just look at myself and say, why did you do that? You know you're never pleased with that outcome. Now, I'm thinking because it was an elf hat that it would be okay, because it's supposed to be colorful, happy, fun, that sort of thing. But it didn't come out the way I wanted it to. So I will be reusing this yarn in another fashion, but I do the elf hat probably in traditional Christmas colors or something like that. But I do want to show you this. This Red Heart Super Saver Primary is terribly rough and scratchy. And I've washed this, and so you can see if I try to stand it up, it won't hold its shape. Okay, so it's gotten considerably softer. It's still so scratchy. I'm going to wash it one more time because I know for a fact that it softens up very nicely. So, and while it's all made up like this and can't tie itself into knots, now's a great time to wash it. So then I'll take it apart after that, and it'll be so much softer to work with. But before I washed it, it could actually stand up on its own. So I just want to encourage people that just because you feel something in the store and you think, ah, that's terrible, remember that it really makes a difference.
I wash it in regular detergent, not Woolite. I just throw it in with my other clothes. I use Downy or Snuggle, one of the liquid fabric softeners, just like I normally do with my clothes. And then I toss it in the dryer with my clothes and put a half a bounce in there because that's really all I think any load of clothes needs.
I get great results by washing mine, or at least results I'm pleased with. Right now, I wouldn't put this on a baby's head, this type of stuff, until I wash it again. And then I think it probably would be just fine. So that's my opinion. And like I try to teach my children, everyone's entitled to an opinion, but no one is required to voice it. Sometimes I think I should really think hard before I open my big mouth on this camera. But then again, it's my YouTube channel, so I'm giving you my opinions. I really hope I don't chase my new subscribers away with this video. I'm usually a very pleasant person. Go figure. But I want to show you, I did a Loom knit hat, first time in ages. Experimenting. I had my all-in-one loom, which is this thing, and I have another work of art on it. I've already made like 2 or 3 mistakes in this project, and so I'm not quite sure if I'm going to tough it out or if I'm going to rip and start over. But I do love this loom, and I am such a crazy loom myself. Loom, get it? I was thinking that you didn't have any option, that you had to set the loom wherever these tighteners, these screws go. And that is so not the case. You can make this size this loom any size you want. See, I just tightened it snugly after I slid it to where I want it right here. So this could be any size. So I do like working on that loom. But I don't know why everything is swooping. It could be the E-wrap. Loomers, help me out. I can't remember. Why is this not straight? See how it swoops? Mystery. Last week, this hat was a big hit. Everybody seemed to like this one, and I do. I love this one, to be honest with you. So I made another one, but I never told you how I did this, so I thought I'd share that with you now. Now, you know how regular hats are straight across the side, and if you were to just flip up one side, what ends up happening is you expose your ear. This ear comes down, and it's just not, in addition to being attractive, I want it to be practical as well. So, I'm knocking everybody over. Sorry, Miss Whitehead. So, I still wanted this to be even, so that it wouldn't make my ear cold. Or whoever gets this hat, I don't know if I'm keeping it. So, using a half double crochet, I just did a basic half double crochet beanie. And then when I got to the end down here, this is about 15 stitches or so. It would depend on how many you got around, but all I did was add 2 more rows. And I sort of swooped it down so that it curved. Okay, and by doing that, I slip stitch, single crochet, then half double crochet, and continued it on, and that made the swoop. And then I went all the way over to this side, and instead of doing it in the round, of course, like you did the entire hat, you just turn and sort of repeat the swooping. I just had to kind of play with it. I think I did a couple of slip stitches, and I don't know, but you just play with it till it looks right, and then you come back around and finish it off with a slip stitch right there. That way, when you turn it up, you have, see, it's still straight, but you have the swooped effect. And so your button's on. Another thing I tried just for a short time is working on flat panels in my Addi. You see how it doesn't go all the way around? I have not been successful doing these yet. I don't like, well, this end did really well. I was watching Scassell, who is hosting the Fiber Factor, and her how-to video tells you you're always going to have that little tab. But this side, I don't like the way it worked up. So I have to practice this more and more, because watching the Fiber Factory, those people look like they got theirs and just poof, went to town just fine with flat panels. I have yet to be able to master those. Alright, what would you do if you were just minding your own business and somebody you knew walked up to you and offered you some money?
Hey Mom, do you want this free money?
Would you take it? Alright, let's try that again. So think about it. What would you do if somebody you knew walked up and just handed you some free money?
Hey Mom, you want this $8?
$8 in coupons from the grocery store. Think about it, $8. So how does all this translate to free yarn? Well, for example, with the coupons that Thomas handed me, they equaled $8. Okay, one skein of inexpensive yarn is going to be around $2 to $3. So that's like getting 2 skeins free with a little money left over. So yeah, I definitely think that coupons are free money, which in turn translates to free yarn.